Takeaway Chinese, where you can take some Chinese away and experience progress day by day. Takeaway Chinese, we will promise you a difference.
你好，欢迎收听随行汉语 Welcome to Takeaway Chinese, and I'm Fei Fei. Together joining me today is, as usual, our Steve Hatherley.
你好，菲菲。
You know, Steve, recently I rediscovered my love for a very, very classic Chinese novel called Journey to the West.
Okay. Well, I would like to read that. I'm sure there's English versions of it. I would like to read it because, as far as I know, Journey to the West is, of course, it's a classic here in China. It's something that all Chinese people are very familiar with, but it's been told and retold, as far as I know,
A million times.
a million times over in films and animations and video games and you name it.
Exactly. That's the reason I sort of refound like how many different versions of either adaptation or spin-offs especially based on Wukong, Sun Wukong, you know, the Monkey King.
Yeah.
And so I think that can be our topic today when it comes to adaptation. And in Chinese is 改编.
改编.
Yeah, and when it comes to spin-off, it's 衍生.
衍生.
So you are 生 mean sort of giving meaning, grow new things out of it. So you are making your own story based on the original. I think Black Myth Wukong can be one of the 衍生, the spin-off of the original story of Journey to the West.
Well, for any members of our audience that might not know what it is, maybe we should talk about that a little bit
That's
first.
True. It's basically a mythology story that depicts a group of... Well, how do you describe that group? They have a monk called Tang Seng, and they also have three different... I won't call them monsters or demons, but they are in that category.
Yeah, but they're not like superheroes.
No. They used to be like gods in the heaven, but especially when it comes to two other characters, because of some wrongdoings that they committed in the heavenly court, and they were sent to the mortal world as the form of either a monster or the animal, which is a pig. And then they joined the journey with Tang Seng together with the Monkey King to rediscover and go through different difficulties and challenges to eventually reach to the destination in the West, which is where the Buddha lives.
Yes, and again, this tale has been covered so many times. When you are a young Chinese student, this is always in the 5th grade this is introduced, or is it kind of up
earlier.
to the...
earlier. The story was told even earlier from there, before 5th grade, because we also have like picture book. And then when I was growing up in the 1990s, we have a TV version of Journey to the West, which is super popular back then. And then we also had an animation based on bits of stories within Journey to the West. For example, when the Monkey King, the Sun Wukong, decide to fight against the heavenly court, it's called 大闹天宫. It's also a very famous cartoon movie when I was growing up. And then more recently, we have new movies, but it's more of a spin-offs, the 衍生剧. We have a Monkey King Hero is Back, and we also have the game Black Myth Wukong, which is, I think the story is completely different to the original story of Journey to the West, but the character, the protagonist, Sun Wukong, is there. And a lot of his encounters are somewhat also similar to Journey to the West. He ran into a lot of guài in the game and also in the original story.
Yeah.
And I think guài is a very Chinese concept. And based on guài, we have a lot of Chinese literature, a lot of novels, and even modern genres when it comes to cultivation fantasy, the 修仙 fantasy.
And guài is?
Well, that's why it's a little bit difficult to explain in English, because in English, in translation, we can translate them as demons or monsters. But the becoming of guài is a little bit different from, for example, vampires in Western mythology. Because vampires are mostly cursed, right? if I remember it correctly.
I'm not a vampire expert.
But it's not.
But it's not a good thing.
Yeah, it's not a good. But the Yao Guai is not a sort of a neutral concept.
Yeah, and vampires are scary. They are to be afraid of. You do not invite a vampire into your home. But the Yao Guai, they are not necessarily
Good or bad. No.
Yeah, they're not a potential danger to you.
Yeah, there are stories that depicts the love story, romance between humans and Yao Guais.
Yeah, so you're right. It's a totally different concept. And that's why using the word demon and monster is a little tricky because of the connotations. When you say demon or monster in English, automatically it's scary and negative.
Evil and sometimes very scary looking.
Maybe cursed is a better word?
Yeah. But when it comes to Yao Guai, it's...
The noun itself, yeah.
I would interpret Yao Guai as a degree learning process. You know, the Yao Guai originally is either an animal or a plant, and they absorb the essence from the nature, from the universe, and they did a lot of study, and then they can level up their ability to become a Yao Guai. So in Chinese mythology, we have a lot of characters where, for example, in the white snake legend, we have a white snake who absorbed the essence of the universe and did her studying for 500 years and becoming a 蛇妖, becoming a Yao Guai of snake. And she has a very beautiful appearances and fell in love with a guy in Hangzhou.
Is she the one they sent to the moon?
No, that's Chang'e.
Sorry. Yes, right, Chang'e.
But Chang'e has a companion, which is a rabbit. We call it Jade Rabbit. I think it's also sort of a lower level of Yao Guai as well. Because that Jade Rabbit on the moon is sort of doing the pounding and becoming the companion of Chang'e.
Sorry, I got my mythology mixed up. Yeah, I'm still learning. Yeah, so back to your main point. Yeah, Yao Guai is a little bit difficult to translate.
Yeah, and Sun Wukong is also a Yao Guai. And so when it comes to these different genres, for example, when it comes to the Yao Guai themed Chinese cartoons, for instance, my daughters really, really love 浪浪山小妖怪. I think it's based on the story of Journey to the West.
Okay.
It's basically a bunch of low-level Yao Guai trying to resemble what the monks, the Tangsen and Monkey King trying to do. So they put on their costume and pretend to be Sun Wukong and then trying to solve difficulties and challenges and trying to reach their version of the West. And that is a story that's been loved by a lot of young Chinese audiences. And another very unique, I think, concept in China as well is called wuxia.
Wuxia?
Yes. It's also a very uniquely Chinese storytelling tradition.
What's wuxia?
Well, wuxia, wu meaning martial force, the physical skill, and then xia is sort of depicting a hero. So you can see the combination of these two characters, wuxia, they're representing somebody who can do kung fu, have martial arts skills, but also have very high moral standards.
So the wuxia stories are stories about a hero who represents honor or justice or things like that.
Yeah, and I think we can have it would be a concept easier to understand to a Western audience because wuxia, the 侠客, is some sort of a knight concept figure that has a lot of honor and fight against the criminals. It's just the 侠 in Chinese is also sort of outlaws.
What? Oh, they're also outlaws.
They're outlaws. They're not part of the official government body.
Wuxia, maybe that would be Batman.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
But they're not as rich as Batman.
Not as rich. Well, I wasn't factoring in the family wealth. But let's see how many of the characteristics he has. He represents honor and justice and adventure, obviously. He is outside, and he is the one. He is the hero.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a perfect example of wuxia, isn't it?
Yeah. And that is where a lot of Chinese stories are based on. Having a character of Xia and the story of wuxia. The Batman has Batmobile. And a lot of his special skills. But then the Xiake also has his own martial arts. Sometimes, most of the time, they carry sword with them. And that's how in movies and in novels, they are depicted.
So the wuxia is the type of story, and the xiake is the hero within the story.
Yes.
So in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, for example, would that have one xiaoke, or can a wuxia have multiple xiaoke?
Of course, have multiple xiaoke,
Right.
and they have their different personalities,
And they can
different
fight.
skills. Yes.
They can fight against each other.
And some of them have different standards of what justice is, what loyalty is, and then that makes the storyline very complicated. And basically, you can create a whole world. For example, a very famous author, Jin Yong, he created a whole universe of his own with different xiake, different characters within the world of wuxia. And another movie is called Blades of the Guardians, which is a wuxia story as well. It has movies, films, and also animations. When it comes to the core concept of what wuxia represent, I think a Chinese idiom is very perfect. It's called 替天行道.
替天行道.
Yes, it's act on heaven's behalf.
Act on heaven's behalf.
And the heaven is not really religious or
I know what you mean,
spiritual.
yeah.
But it means I'm acting on the behalf of justice and loyalty.
So it's not about a greater power.
Yeah, no. It's about I'm doing what is right. When it comes to what is right, it's a very personal standard as well.
Subjective.
Yeah. And that's how your story can be swirled and be complicated. So I think here we can learn a few of the words, vocabularies surrounding these kind of themes. For example, when it comes to animations and cartoons.
How do you say that?
You can call them animation is 动画.
动画.
It's more moving pictures, 动画. And then 漫画 is comics.
漫画.
Yes. And then put them together, 动漫, you are saying animation and comics together all at the same time.
What would that be? An animation and comic together at the same time?
Well, a lot of comics were then adapted into cartoon movies or vice versa.
I see.
And that's 动漫. It's basically the same genre. And when it comes to Chinese animation comics, it's called 国漫.
国漫.
That's what's being created here in China. And I think we covered that some of the cartoons or animations were adapted into movies. It's called 改编.
改编.
This animation is adapted from a novel. That's 这部动画改编自小说. 改编, so adaptation. And when it comes to the original work, it's called 原著.
原著.
And the original work, for example, Journey to the West, 西游记 is the 原著, is the original work. And also we have different series. For example, I think especially when it comes to comics, most of them were sort of published in series that you need to follow, either buy magazines to follow their stories.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They all come out of different books.
Yes, and that's called 连载.
连载.
Yes, that's a series. I think a lot of comic is still being 连载at this moment as we speak. Either Spider-Man.
Yeah, they keep coming out, I guess, and people keep buying them, and that's why they keep coming out, is because people still love them, and it's not just kids; it's plenty of adults too.
Yeah, and so when for the kids and adults that's following these stories, they are 追更, they are keeping up with the updates every day, every week, or every time. So it's called 追更.
追更. 追更 means to follow the updates.
Yes. You are 追更 a cartoon, a comic. And also, if you are 追更 this comic and you fell into that universe, of different wuxia or different heroes, you are also becoming obsessed with it. It's called 入坑. You are falling into the trap of it.
入坑.
坑, yes.
入坑.
Yeah, 入坑 is you become obsessed.
Is that obsessed with anything, or is that restricted to obsessed with comics and stories?
What do you mean by anything?
You can become obsessed with a person. You can become obsessed with your job. You can become obsessed with many different things. Cooking, whatever.
I think apart from jobs, 入坑 can be used in most cases. You 入坑 baking. That also means you're obsessed with baking. You want to learn a lot of techniques and so on and so forth.
How do you say baking in Chinese?
烘焙.
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 烘焙. 我是烘焙入坑.
我入坑烘焙. 入坑 is more of a verb.
我入坑烘焙.
Yeah.
I am obsessed with cookies these days.
Yes. But more...
You don't care, obviously.
You want to share your results of your obsession with 烘焙?
I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet. I feel like I haven't perfected them just yet, but I made Toblerone chocolate chip cookies.
What's a Toblerone?
Toblerone is that like chocolate bar that's shaped like a triangle.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, so I chopped up all the
They
chocolate.
have nuggets inside?
Yeah, and I chopped them up and put them into the cookies.
Ah, you are really obsessed with it.
I'm trying.
我入坑烘焙.
我入坑烘焙.
Yeah, but I think in the most common scenarios, most people will use 入坑 to refer to their obsession with either comics or some kind of celebrity or some genre in literature, so on and so forth.
Would it be super romantic to say 我入坑你?
No, that
would be
makes no
creepy.
sense. Yeah. Because 入 meaning getting into. And 坑 can be meaning, a hole in the ground. So we are falling into that hole. You are falling into that universe.
Oh, so you can't. Oh, so it doesn't even literally doesn't make sense.
Yes. So if you are saying you want to say I'm obsessed with you.
Yeah, like a super romantic sentence to your girlfriend or something like that.
That would be a little bit weird to call I入坑 you.
Actually, in English, it would be weird too.
I'm obsessed with you?
Yeah, people shouldn't say that.
That also carry different meanings other than I love you or I like
something
you.
a stalker would say or something.
Okay. So that's not the
Never
example
mind.
we're going to share.
We'll stick with baking.
Yes. And then I think when it comes to a lot of these comics and animations, some of them becoming a blockbuster hit, like Black Myth Wukong, like the哪吒 2 movie. And that is called 爆款.
爆款.
Yeah, 爆 meaning explosive. So it have this explosive effects.
What's the quan part?
Quan can mean version.
Explosive
Very
version?
loosely. Very loosely meaning version. So it's more of a saying an explosive version of it.
Okay, so we use that about things that explode in popularity?
Yes. I think the direct reference equivalence in English is blockbuster.
Aha! 爆款.
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 Yes, 爆炸. Explosive. And yeah, that...
But sorry to interrupt, is that the bao from Baoan security?
No, that's a different bao. In writing, Baoan's bao is more easier to write when it compares to explosive bao.
What do you mean easier to write? Like the character is literally
have
easier.
less strokes.
See? Those are always the favorite of children, I guess, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so 爆款. You can use that in a phrase like 爆款电影.
爆款电影.
电影.
电影.
爆款电影, a blockbuster movie. And yeah, the reason we're also talking about different genres of animations, comics, movies, so on and so forth, is because we are seeing one of the biggest events in animation and cartoon in China, the China International Cartoon and Animation Festival, which has been held annually in Hangzhou since 2005. And I think when it comes to fans on animation, games, novels, cosplays, comics, you name it. It is the event that you go to. When it comes to a gathering, like an event like this, we're calling that festival, 节. Yeah, so when animation comics called
动漫节.
Yes, they're having a 动漫节 in Hangzhou.
Have you ever dressed up as a character? I don't know what I can't. Yeah, I mean,
I bet you've dressed up for Halloween's.
I have dressed up for Halloween, but I haven't dressed up for. Have you ever heard of Comic-Con?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people dress up as their favorite characters, and it's hugely popular. And I see here in Beijing, I mean, I see this on like a Saturday afternoon. People are just out dressed up as characters. I don't know which characters they are, but I think they have these kind of festivals quite often.
Yeah, I think it gives people that platform to really relive the world, the universe that you like.
Yeah. The majority of people don't know there's a festival going on, but I see these people just walking down the street, not close to the festival location, or on the subway, or in a shopping mall, or just anywhere. Just kind of dressed up. They don't pay any attention to the fact that they are looking quite different from everyone else. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, as well. And I think they have like small gatherings of themselves as well, even though it may not be in the time frame of a 动漫节, of a festival, of any bigger event, of a Comic-Con. But I think they will also find a different reason to get together and exchange their different opinions. You know, I always find when people arguing about who is stronger, either this hero or that hero, very interesting. And they are very sound, have very sound evidence when it comes, for example, Batman is better than Spider-Man. And here are my reasons.
Yeah.
And for example, when it comes to different 侠客 in the Chinese literature,
people do that too?
Yeah, people would also be arguing which one has more of a higher moral standard or have higher ability in, for example, swords.
Who?
For example, Guo Jing is one character from Jin Yong's novels.
Oh, okay.
And some people are arguing he is probably the best based on his martial kung fu skills of all the other characters. And a lot of people will disagree with this opinion. And people will argue with each other about this.
Do people ever argue like a Chinese character versus a Western character? Like Batman versus that guy, like a kung fu master? Do people ever get into that debate, I wonder?
With AI technology right now,
you can make it. Yeah,
making that into like videos online. I've seen Sun Wukong and哪吒fighting with a character from a horror movie produced in the US.
Oh, that's fun.
And they're also creating videos like, if I was dropped into this horror movie and I have Sun Wukong accompany me, I wouldn't be so scared. And I will be able to kill that evil spirits and those demons with a snap of a finger with the help of Sun Wukong.
I think it would be fun to visit one of these exhibitions or comic conventions. I've never done it, but I bet it would be really fun to do.
Yeah, it would be, but also be very confusing at the same time. I'm not really following a lot of these characters. I think it will be also a learning experience for me to learn about different characters in different animations and games. Maybe some people would dress up as Sun Wukong. I think he's quite popular these days.
I think so too. Even if you don't know the characters, I think it would be fun to just kind of walk around and observe people. But for people who are really into it, into those stories, into those games, into those characters, then what a great community that must be, because everybody knows what's going on. Everybody knows the stories, and it must be a really great place to meet friends, I would think.
Yes, it would be a very good gathering, socialing experience. But also, I think on second thought, the characters that you want to dress up as also sort of on some level represent who you want to be.
Why?
For example, if I dress up, I spend a lot of efforts and a lot of money and resources to be dressed up as Sun Wukong from Black Myth Wukong. Maybe that the reason behind that is I also want to be that adventurous and brave character.
Or it might be the opposite. Maybe you dress up as an evil spirit because that's exactly who you aren't.
That's true. Or that's our sort of telling people the complexity of human natures.
I dressed up as Superman for Halloween one time. I had a friend who worked at a TV station, and she had access to the costume department. So I got a real, like, legit Superman costume for Halloween.
When you put that on, Steve, what makes you feel more powerful?
No, it made me feel awkward because at that time in Korea, nobody celebrated Halloween, and I did not know that. So I went downtown on a Saturday night, expecting a Halloween party, expecting everybody would be dressed up, get out of the taxi, and not one person, not one. Zero. Zero people were dressed up.
But that's also what Superman represents, bravery.
I got a lot of attention. In fact, I ended up in Marie Claire magazine. I don't know if you know that women's fashion magazine.
Yeah.
Somebody took a picture of me, and I ended up in that magazine. Another friend of mine called me a few months later and said, hey, what's up? I'm at the hair salon right now, and I'm reading Marie Claire. Why am I looking at a picture of you dressed in a Superman costume? And I said, well, I'm in Marie Claire. That's cool.
So you will never know, what cosplay or dressing up can bring you.
You never know.
Yeah, so it's more than just entertainment. It's more than just expressing yourself, the surprise. And that brings us to the end of today's Takeaway Chinese. I'm Fei with Steve in the studio for more episodes of the show. Remember, you can visit our website at redo.cgtn.com. You can also listen to the show and read the script there. You can also find us wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts, such as Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube, and much, much, much more. Just search for Takeaway Chinese. Don't forget to leave your questions, comments, and ratings. I'm Fei. Bye-bye.